The boy Luka came out, almost dropped a triple-double on their head, and exploded with 21 points in the first quarter and said, "Hey, I'm wide open, baby." That defender's trying to steal Luka's soul, and in turn, he's just finding kablam. Let me tell you something about Aaron Gordon. That man has a sexy shot. The Lakers are a scary team, dude, and if a team is going to beat them, they're going to have to be ready and extremely well coached. So, welcome back to my channel, everybody. If you know me, you know who I am. If you don't know me, my name is Trey Fab. I am a React content creator. I like to react to everything that is drama, TikTok, YouTube nonsense. I also like to react to basketball, different basketball creators, and the modern NBA in general. So, I know I said I have this video uploaded by 4. I'm sorry, guys. Homework, life, everything has happened, and I just fell behind. But a promise is a promise, and I told you I'd have my reaction to the Laker Nugget game uploaded, and I will. So, today I'm going to give you my reaction on what I saw last night. Keep in mind, for scheduling tomorrow, I'll be reacting to a Mike Korzemba video, I believe. I can show you guys what video I'll be reacting to. Tomorrow I'll be reacting to this video. I've never seen an MVP get exposed like this. It's probably going to be talking about Jokic and Shea. There's been some dialogue between the two, so I'm very interested in what he has to say, and I'll give my insight on what I think about it as well. So, but enough about that. Let's talk about the Nuggets. Let's talk about the Lakers. Let's talk about what I saw, okay? Let's talk about boots to ass that the Nuggets did, okay? Let's talk about it, okay? So, I got my notes open. That's right. During the game, I take notes, especially when I tell you guys that I'm going to talk about it. Because there's one thing that you guys have to know. If I tell you I'm going to give you basketball insight, I'm going to actually give you some basketball insight. Unfortunately, this video will not have highlights from YouTube or the NBA. If you're a fan of mine, you know why. If you're not, for some reason, YouTube, for me specifically, doesn't let me watch highlights. I've tried it on live. I've tried it recording. I've tried it different ways, and YouTube just decided to say, you know what, buddy? Go fuck yourself. Not happening. So, don't know what that's about. Really don't know what that's about. But, nonetheless, sorry, I'm moving my OBS and shit. With that being said, let's get this shit started. One thing I want to point out, playoff Luka, monster. He's going to be a monster. Y'all ain't ready for Luka. Y'all ain't ready for Luka. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about the boy, okay? Luka dropped 21 points in the first quarter. He looked unstoppable. Do you understand me? Luka looked like he was playing with boys out there. And it's not like he had young kids on him. It's not like he had a small body on him. He had Aaron Gordon guarding him. And the biggest problem that I see, you guys can say Jamal Murray wasn't there. You guys can say Jokic wasn't there. And if they were there, I understand that the game probably would have been a lot closer. Trust me, I'm going to be the first one to say it. But one thing I do need to point out is that even though Jamal Murray was not there, and even though Jokic wasn't there, you still had Gordon. Do you think Jamal Murray or Jokic is going to be guarding Luka? And if Jamal Murray, it probably more Murray, obviously Jokic is not going to, would be guarding Luka, he's not going to, if Gordon can't stop him, who's going to stop him? And I mean, Gordon is your best defender as far as putting on Luka. Who the fuck's going to guard Bron? But let's talk more about this Nuggets game, huh? We'll talk more about the Lakers towards the end, even though this is Laker-centric. Let's keep going. So I talked about the 21 points, right? Yeah, Luka finished with 31, 9, and 7. Almost with a triple-double. Almost. He had a crazy and one. God damn, I wish I could show you guys. I don't want to talk about shit if I can't tell you. One thing I liked a lot is Jackson Hayes, right? On the very first possession that Luka had, he threaded a pass to Jackson Hayes, who was rolling to the hoop for a dunk, right? But it showed how much Luka loves him a lob threat. And Jackson Hayes, funny enough, is someone that I did not think that would be that lob threat for teams, but he is. He's big enough. I'm not saying he's someone who can really give a problem to Jokic, but he is someone who can help Luka. He is that lob threat. if you guys go back and watch the Boston game, right? One thing that was missing was that Luka likes looking for an open man to kind of slam the ball down to. He likes threading into the paint, making the defense collapse, getting the big man open for an easy dunk. He has very good court vision and a very high basketball IQ. All right? Luka is one of a kind when it comes to that. And one thing I respect a lot about Luka's game is his ability to be able to not only understand the play, the defensive scheme against him, but understand where his players are at all time. Right? It's definitely going to take some pressure off LeBron. If you watch the Boston game, though, what I was getting at, you saw that was missing. You saw that was missing because I believe Rui was out, Jackson Hayes was out, Finney Smith was out. They didn't have much big guys. Al Horford was kind of having a field day, and not only that, Luka kind of needs that big man. That was one of the biggest issues I thought they were going to have. I didn't really think of a Jackson Hayes. Don't keep in mind, the Lakers aren't a small team. It's not like they're the Warriors. It's a conversation for another day. They ain't a small team, but the problem with the Lakers, that I thought at least, is their interior defense was going to be a serious issue. I didn't think it was going to be a serious issue for teams, especially like the Warriors. I didn't think it was going to be a serious issue for teams like the Rockets. I thought in particular it was going to be a serious issue for teams like OKC, but more specifically, the Nuggets. But they've shown that they're able to handle the Nuggets at full strength when they blew them out by 20 back when Jokic and Murray played. So, I do want to give a little air horn for the boy, the baby goat, Luka Doncic. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. The boy Luka came out, almost dropped a triple-double on their head, and exploded with 21 points in the first quarter and said, "Hey, I'm wide open, baby." I bet you that the Dallas Mavericks are absolutely sick that they gave up this man, and he might mess around and take the Lakers to the finals. Oh, they're sick. They're sick. But okay, let's keep talking about the game. What else did I put in here? I talked about him threading the paint, them sending open extra defenders to him. They tried a lot, okay. So, they were trying to rotate defenders on Luka. I believe, here, we'll go to the box score real quick. They tried to rotate defenders on Luka as much as possible. I believe that Watson was put on him a couple times. They were trying to just disrupt him. It wasn't working. They tried trapping him for sure. It wasn't working. They began, blitzing him. Definitely they started blitzing him, especially after that 21-point first quarter. The Denver Nuggets started blitzing him. But I didn't think that was the best thing to do, but it was the smartest play, especially with Mike Malone. He is definitely a smart head coach. Every time Luka came off of a screen, they swarmed him with two defenders, right? So when it came to the Nuggets, they definitely, I will say, made some adjustments and tried their best. But again, when you're forcing others to beat you, it's a little bit of an issue. They wanted to force the ball out of Luka's hands, right? That's why Luka, even though he had 21 points in the first quarter, finished with 31. They try to force the ball out of his hands as much as possible, make other people make shots. But when you're doing that, bro, again, you have people on this team that I do trust. Funny enough, I do trust Jackson Hayes, because most of the time when he gets the ball, it's going to be right there at the rim. I definitely trust Austin Reeves in him of itself. He can make a shot by himself. But when you have different defenders blitzing Luka, okay, you got defenders trying to steal Luka's soul. And in turn, he's just finding kablam. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to stop that. So, Austin Reeves himself, let me tell you something about Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves is a white boy that can play. I can tell you that right now. I like Austin. I like him a lot. I think his ability to create a shot. Like, he's able to make a shot on in it of himself. He doesn't really need someone to create a shot for him. He's very good at that. Very good ball handler. But the fact that you're going to have teams blitzing Luka and LeBron's not even on the floor, this is a problem. This team is a problem. This Laker team is an issue, and it will continue to be an issue. I'm telling you right now, I was wrong. I want to say this right now, and I'll go ahead and put in an intro as well. King Kev has been one of my supporters from day one. I want to tell him something real quick. I was wrong. You were right. I didn't trust this Laker team up front. You did. Goddamn. Because I just did not trust that their interior defense was going to be enough, but defensively, they've been good. They've been rock solid. And even with them going on a 4-game losing streak, they still managed to keep in the hunt. Now, the West is extremely bunched. I believe right now the Lakers are sitting everyone against the Bucks, so they're probably going to lose tonight. But when we look at the standings, right? We look at the standings. So they lose tonight. They probably drop back down to 4. They got a loss up on the Grizzlies, so they're probably going to stay at 4. Like, yeah, I see them going back up to 2, 4, 2 to 4. I see the Lakers finishing maybe around that 3rd spot. But again, it's just, I did not think the team was going to be this good. I did not think that they would have enough, but when it comes to the firepower, it's more than enough, especially when it comes to handling other teams. But okay. What else did I say? So one thing I saw, right, is that the Nuggets actually did try to take advantage of transition defense on the opposite end. Their transition defense, bad. Terrible. But they took advantage of the Lakers for sure. I believe they got plus 20. I wrote 20 here. I'm not sure if it's 20 or more than that, but it might be more than 20. But they got 20 fast break points in the first half. I was strictly doing all this from my notes app. But yeah, they definitely took advantage of those turnovers, and for sure they were pushing the pace off of misses, and they took advantage of that transition defense that the Lakers, may not be the greatest at. They were trying to push the pace as much as possible, and I can respect the Nuggets for that. I definitely respect the Nuggets as competition. You see that the series is tied 2-2, the regular season series. I could see this being something like this in the playoffs. I could see Lakers winning 1, Nuggets winning 1, Lakers winning 1, Nuggets winning 1, right? But I could also see the Lakers pulling it out in like 6 games. It's definitely going to be a hard-fought series. I still think that Jokic is going to be a problem, and swarming him and blitzing him is something that JJ has done, has put multiple bodies on him, and it's worked in 1 game, but it's not something that I feel like that can be consistently done. And Aaron Gordon, by the way, has really, really upped his game as far as like that 3-point shot goes. Aaron Gordon's 3-point shot is absolutely gorgeous. It's Let me tell you something about Aaron Gordon. That man has a sexy shot. I'm telling you. It is something to look out for. And it is something to worry about, because if you're going to blitz on Jokic, who are you going to leave open? Probably Gordon. You really don't want to leave Michael Porter Jr. open. And you don't want to leave Braun open. You don't want to leave Murray open. So you're probably going to push the pace on Gordon. Or push the pace on Jokic, leave Gordon open, and yeah, he's probably going to hit a lot of those threes, okay? His shot has gotten a lot better, and he's worked on it a lot, so I'm curious to see what JJ does when the playoffs come, because I feel like if you're like, oh, we can live and die by Gordon's shot, maybe, but if he's just killing it, at some point you got to push out, but we'll see. I mean, even in this game, Gordon was 5 for 9 from the 3-point range. Like, it's something that you got to look out for. It's definitely something that you got to look out for. Okay, so in-game adjustments. I said JJ made a key adjustment. Once they started trapping Luka, rather than forcing the ball to Doncic, the Lakers let like secondary playmakers initiate the offense in those stretches. So like in the third quarter, they let Austin Reeves take more ball handling and playmaking, and then that led to like a run that was either 10-1 or 11-1. And Luka played off ball. So JJ was smart enough to see that they're blitzing Luka and said, fuck it, let's have him play off ball. Let's have Austin Reeves run the offense. It is so good to have multiple playmakers because, again, Austin Reeves can really run that offense. Austin Reeves is able to. And not only that, you have LeBron coming back. Like, you have multiple playmakers on the court. So it's easy if you want to go blitz Luka. Okay, we're just going to switch off to our secondary playmaker, who's LeBron fucking James. You want to do that, we'll go to our third option, who's Austin fucking Reeves, right? It's just going to be a nightmare trying to make all these adjustments in the game. So I feel like the only way the Lakers lose in the playoffs, they have to face a extremely well-coached team. Extremely well-coached team. Because it's just going to be a complete, utter chess match. Okay? Like, I'm sorry. The Lakers are extremely fucking scary. The Lakers are a scary team, dude. And if a team is going to beat them, they're going to have to be ready and extremely well coached. So, now that we got that out the way, did I write anything else? I liked Austin Reeves. I talked about the Nuggets game plan was just to increase the tempo, especially with Jokic not on the floor. I talked about adjusting rotation, counting the trap with ball movement. But besides that, yeah, I didn't put like a shit ton. I think I spewed a lot. Damn, I talked for like 16 minutes about this. Hopefully my yapping wasn't too much, guys. One thing I will say is that I like that it was a all-around just team effort, guys. Like 22 from Reeves, 31 from Doncic, 14 from Finney-Smith. Finney-Smith actually hit open threes! One thing that pissed me off about Finney-Smith, and you guys know this, one thing that pissed me off about Gabe Vincent, and you guys know this, Gabe Vincent and Finney-Smith hit their open threes. Holy... This team, when it comes to Finney-Smith and Gabe Vincent, they consistently and continually piss me off when it comes to their open shots. I feel like the only people I'm worried about in the playoffs, I am not worried about Vanderbilt. I don't really need that much offense from him. He is a fucking defensive stopper. I want him to be on small guards like Murray and Steph Curry. He was a main component to that series when it came to Steph Curry, right? When it came to that Golden State Warriors series where the Lakers got blown the fuck out and then they blew the fuck out of the Warriors. Vanderbilt, him playing defense on Curry, big time. I'm not worried about Vanderbilt. Funny enough, I'm not too worried about Don't Connect. I guess the rookie factor would come into play, but he's shown me a lot that he is a good offensive weapon to have, especially off the bench. So I'm not too worried about him. Jordan Goodwin, I'm a little worried about him. I love his energy, though, so I'll give him that. Austin Reeves, I'm not worried about him when the playoffs come. Luka Doncic, not worried about him. LeBron James, not worried about him. Jackson Hayes, honestly, not really, because, again, his offense is great, but most of the shots he's going to get is around the rim, especially with Luka looking for him open. Who I'm worried about is Gabe fucking Vincent. Okay? Gabe Vincent worries me, and so does Dorian Finney-Smith, because they'll have nights where they go 4 for 6. No, hold on. There we go. Yeah, he did go 4 for 6. 4 for 6. 4 for 6 from 3. Finney-Smith, 3 for 4 from 3. Hitting their shots. And then they'll have another night where they go like 0 for 5. Wide open fucking shots. Wide open play set up for you, and they just don't hit them, and it's... ugh. So I am worried about them. If I had to say, one of my biggest worries is just that. They're going to need a role player to step up. Now, I know Rui Hachimura is coming back, and that is a big piece, and he is a big weapon. So we can't forget about him. But if I had to give a critique, because this can't be an entire Lakers Glaze session, King Kev, if you watch this, just so you know, I'm giving you your props, because you saw my crash out video. You saw that I was upset. because I did not think the Lakers had enough to push through. I said, let me give it a chance. You told me give it a chance. I'm like, all right, I'm going to give it a chance. I'll watch. And after the trade with Charlotte fell through because of the physical, I'm like, I don't really know. I really feel like it. I don't know. You're like, nah, give it a chance. Let's watch it. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm going to give it a chance. Let me watch these games. Let me see what they can do. They proved me wrong. You proved me wrong, brother. I'll tell you that. You proved me wrong, and one thing I can admit is when I was wrong on the Lakers. I've seen enough to say that they have enough to get to the finals. I think the biggest threats for the Lakers right now is the Thunder and the Nuggets. But enough glazing. Let's talk about some of the issues that I've seen. Now, I talked about the transition defense a little bit. They can work on that. That is one thing that would worry me a little bit. Another thing is probably their bench. I don't think their bench is bad. Definitely not. But like I said, Dorian Finney-Smith, Gabe Vincent, and I know they played like they just emptied their bench in the fourth quarter, but 15 points in the fourth, that's not that good. Jordan Goodwin, I don't know. He has a lot of energy, but again, he can make some silly plays. So it's going to be on them to step up. Now, Rui Hachimura, he will step up. I trust these players. But you're going to have to, you don't need a lot. If Rui steps up, Austin steps up, Luka steps up, and Bron steps up, you really just need 2 other guys to step up to really seal the deal on a championship if that is what's going to happen, right? Jackson Hayes, and I'm saying step up by just play to their potential, not like superstardom, right? If Luka and LeBron are superstardom, really you just need a player or 2 at the most to step up with them. But besides superstardom, I'm saying you just need, if everybody just plays to their potential, okay, we got Jackson, so you need one more guy, and that would be Gabe, and that would be Finney-Smith. We just need one of these guys to really just play to their potential in order to make it to the finals and possibly have a chance to win a championship. So in order to do that, Gabe, you got to play like you played in Miami. Like, goddamn. Or, Finney, you got to just hit your shots, man. But let's watch one highlight, I guess, because we'll glaze a little bit. I don't want to watch anything too long that's going to get me in trouble. So we'll watch this Luka Doncic and one because the shit was crazy. And then we'll call it. I'm happy that you guys came to my yap session. One thing with the Nuggets is the reason I didn't tear them a new one too much is because Murray did not play. Jokic did not play. I get that everybody else did. I do think that this would be a closer game. I am worried about the Nuggets as a whole because they have been dropping some interesting games. They lost against the Wizards with everybody, so I don't know. It is interesting, but I can say the same thing about the Lakers. I mean, they lost against the Nets. Now, they were injured and they had a lot of players out, but it's still the Nets. So, it's one of those things, right? Where I don't want to put too much stock into it. So, let's just see what they do in the playoffs. So, I'm not going to rip into the Nuggets way too much, but I will say that the fucking, like, mental of, like, the Lakers can't beat the Nuggets, that's gone. I feel like the Lakers still win this game with Jokic and Murray. The whole Lakers can't beat the Nuggets shit, that is gone. That's gone. I don't think the Lakers are scared of the Nuggets. I still think the Nuggets are a threat. But I think the Lakers can't beat the Nuggets, like, mental game. Because you know that shit probably mess with the players as well. That shit's gone for sure. So let's end this shit off with a play. Let's watch this and one by Luka real quick. Let's get this off the stream because I'm pretty sure an ad will hit me with a copyright. And then we'll go ahead and call it a day. So, real quick, I'll appreciate everybody coming to my app session. Tomorrow I'm going to have a react video of me reacting to Mike Kurzemba. It's going to be talking about Shea. It's going to be talking about Jokic. Sorry for uploading this video so late. Again, I just ran into a lot of shit. Had a lot of shit to do. But I appreciate you guys coming by and liking the content. I appreciate you guys just being part of this journey with me, you know? I love talking about basketball. As you guys can see, I talked about it for the last 20 minutes. I love talking about drama and nonsense and TikTok shit. And I'm happy that I have, like, a fan base of you guys to just kind of talk to. It feels nice, you know? But enough glazing you guys now. Enough glazing my fans, okay? Let's watch this shit real quick, and then we will call it. Oh. What the fuck? There we go. Oh. Oh my god.
Hey, Meta.
Let's let the ad play out, and then we'll try again. What the hell is going? Okay, it's okay. Technical difficulties, guys, and we're good. Let's try again. Okay, we're ready. Look at the shit. Tween, tween, tween. Yeah. That's a boy. Oh, tough. Tough, 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 tough. Oh, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. So, enough of that. Enough of that. I better not be copyrighted for that. I will say this right now. If I did get copyrighted for the play I just played, I will cut it out. I will cut it out of the video, just so you guys know. And this is me talking about me cutting it out. And if it's not cut out, cool. But I love you guys. Thank you for coming by and listening to my yap session. I hope you guys have a good night. Like I said, tomorrow I will upload a basketball video. Saturday I'll upload a drama video. Sunday I'll upload a basketball and a drama video. Good night, guys. Peace out. Till next time.